sole measure of success should be the number of people that genuinely love you.
John has done so many wonderful things for me and for my
Papa,
family.
I said if I ever have a chance to work
I'm
for him,
excited about what
I
comes
will.
next.
I'm lucky to have
God
such a
put you
great
in my
second
life
dad.
to
There
help
is
me
no
be
one
the
in my
person I
life
am.
that I admire more than you.
And I love
We're
you.
all better
Like
off
a
for
big
having
brother.
you in our
Thank you
lives.
enough for what you gave
Thank
me
you.
and
Thanks,
my family.
dude, for everything.
Thank you, John,
Thank
for
you
all
for
you've
your
done for
dedication
me.
to the
Thank
company,
you for
John.
everything that you've done for us.
I am so glad you are my person.
Good evening, everyone. Quite the good-looking crowd here. This is a very important moment for a lot of people, and Dad especially. So thanks for donating your Saturday night, amongst other things. So I wanted to take just a few minutes here to introduce some of the outside people that are as much Forest City as the rest of us. And going back as to who knows Dad the longest here, so we figured the number one was my mom. Mayor of our fair village of Wellington. Thank you for coming. Our only customer that got invited, Mr. Ed Lum and his wife Ronnie, are here from Shannon. We appreciate them making a long trip from Michigan. Up front here we have the esteemed Mr. Troy Tiraketis and his wife Alicia. Troy is our head legal counsel, which we rely on quite heavily, and I consider Troy a close friend, so welcome. Noel Kletzer and his wife Karen. Mr. John Mansfield, I haven't, John, stick your hand up, where are you? Are you from Florida today, or? Yes, sir. The one and only Gary Jordan and his wife Ann. Thank you. Mechanical engineering wizard of Wellington, Mr. Ed Weidman, retired recently. For those of you that were at Mr. Weidman's retirement lunch, please raise your hand. Okay, so you know what happened. We gave Gary the mic. Bad things happened. We were definitely in mixed company. Namely, Ed's 5-year-old grandson, Carl. So that was the reason why Gary's done it. But welcome anyway. Love you, man. Mr. Jim Browning Sr., Tom Browning, VP of Operations at Technofab. And then we have Tom's brother, Jim, and his wife, Kelly. So thanks for joining us. So we have my dad's wife, Debbie, and her parents, Linda and Ray Downey, joining us. My wife, Shelley, my sister, Angie, and last but certainly not least, the lovely Ava Snowball. Sitting over there. Thanks for coming, sweetheart. Enjoy your meals. Thank you, everyone. Calm down here. Sugar hasn't kicked in. The mind of David Snowball, and of course he was helped out by the very capable Amy Martin, and probably the only guy here more nervous than me. I know I don't show it. Mr. Kevin Gallatin. Thanks, Kev. I'd like to propose a toast to Dad. In 1973, he came to Wellington and was viewed as the outsider. He threaded the needle between being good and being nice. So that's a difficult line to walk in business, but he did it. To our fearless leader. Our first presenter for this evening, like I said, it will only be here until 2:30 or 3. Mayor Hans Schneider.
We have a resolution from the village council for John. I know they always say number one rule is never give elected official a microphone in an election year. This is all of John's accomplishments, so we're going to read them out to you. A resolution recognizing the accomplishments and contributions of John Cloud. Forest City founder Elvin Moody took a liking to John and offered him a job. John's personal commitment to Wellington remains a central and ongoing theme. From those humble beginnings, Forest City remains headquartered in Wellington and has grown to operate 10 separate facilities on 5 different campuses within the village. Over the past 50 years, John and Forest City have employed thousands of local residents. Now, therefore, be it resolved on this 3rd day of June, 2023, that the Village of Wellington recognizes John Cloud for his accomplishments, as well as his love, dedication, and commitment to the Village of Wellington and its residents. So we're not done though, John, because, no, I think we should probably stay up here a little bit. Once we heard about this, we knew a resolution just wasn't going to be enough. Dave got a hold of us and mentioned something, and I'm like, we're already moving in that direction, so we're all on the same page. So starting on Monday, council's going to move over the next few weeks to officially rename Clay Street from Barker to the tracks to Cloud Street.
when somebody would obtain a milestone of note, particularly let's talk about 25 years and up, Dad would gather the person and their manager and some of their close associates. He would give them well-known tokens of his appreciation. Historically, for the people, when they reach the milestone of 25 years, he gives them a silver tenant's bar with their name engraved in it. This is for you. It's a little different.
Well wrapped.
It looks a whole lot like what you give somebody else, except it has your name on it, and it has a twinge of gold to it because it's been gold plated. Sweet. So, one of a kind. Don't go anywhere. The other thing that the dad would do, he would hand out paid days off. You know, Dad's just like anybody else, right? He doesn't ask to be treated any differently, so Dad, here are your days off. There you go. Use those in good health. And the ladies get a necklace, but you're not a lady, so you didn't get a necklace. And what do you get the person that has this is my life, right? What do you get the man that has everything? Can I have Jack Petmer, Jack Snowball, Brock, Grant, John the Third? Could you guys come up here? So what do you get your
suck.
parents
You
to
didn't
do?
get invited.
Here we go. So that's a picture of Dad B, of course, for laying me out. And then these fine gentlemen that are in the business with us. This next part, as opposed to people like me sitting up here and blithering and blathering, once again from the creative mind of Dave Snowball, accompanied by Tony Kellers from Studio 12-3. People oftentimes, right, say very nice things to me about my father, and I'm like, you know what? It's not a game. He really feels like that about you and about a lot of people here. You know, if he didn't have that in his heart, over 50 years, they would have found him out and they would have chased him out, but that's not what was in his heart. He has treated everybody as the way he would like to be treated. So, Dad, here you go.
50 years is a long time. Think of all the big events that happen over half a century, the moments that make us who we are, the people, the love, the story of who a person is.
John had tremendous commitment, patience, and fortitude to drive his ideas to the forefront. He must have had many sleepless nights, but he never wavered. John always supported staff with return commitment, trust, and dedication. He listened to his people, adopting improvements to build common trust and appreciation. This meant better and safer working conditions, improved equipment, and more training and education. And I can't thank you enough for what you gave to me and my family.
John has done so many wonderful things for me and for my family. To John, family and friends are the priority, especially friends like me who become family. Congratulations on these 50 years, my mentor, my friend, my brother.
I'm no wordsmith, but when I hear the name John Cloud, I associate it with the words dedication, generosity, and family.
John interviewed and hired me when I was only 17 years old.
John, you've managed to successfully build a culture at Forest City that's not just about a worker's skills or abilities, but a culture that emphasizes a person's character. I'm honored to be part of this family, John, and I congratulate and thank you.
The story begins back to my time in Avila, Indiana. He asked if I'd like to have breakfast with him, the Bob Evans off I-69 in Auburn. Here I am, a nobody operations manager, sitting in a Bob Evans booth across from a multi-millionaire entrepreneur business owner, and he can't stop talking about his people. It was clear just how much love this man had in his heart for all those folks. I said if I ever have a chance to work for him, I will. Let's grab breakfast again soon, and I'm buying.
To me, John is like a second dad. John not only cares about his employees, he also cares about their families. After working with you at Forest City for more than 30 years now, John, I feel like I have a second home. I'm lucky to have such a great second dad.
There is no one in my life that I admire more than you, John.
In all situations, you challenge us to adapt with strength. You're a source of inspiration to me when I'm down or hurting. You treat us not as we are, but as we ought to be, and help us become what we are capable of becoming. John, you've been not just my boss, but my mentor, my confidant, and my dear friend.
He is grateful to everyone and shows appreciation for what he has. I think he brings out the best in each one of us. You live by the golden rule each and every day, and that's a lot of days for 50 years. Thank you, John, for all you've done for me, making me a better person, and congratulations on your 50 years.
I've known John for almost 40 years. I've always been proud to call you my boss, but I'm truly honored now to call you my friend.
John, I've always thought of you as not just an employer, but as a true friend. Thank you for your dedication to the company, John, and thank you for that friendship.
John, you have been steadfast in your support, your passion, and your strong commitment to the people that work here. And I value the experiences and successes we shared.
I came to work here in 1998, and I was given a desk back in a dark corner of Plant 1. There was no one else sitting back there at the time. It took me 3 months to find the light switch. We are all better off for having you in our lives. None more than me. Congratulations on a life well lived, and thank you for everything that you've done for us.
John and I were partners for 30 years. I think the key to our success together was that we always respected what each of us brought to the table. John, I'm proud of what we were able to achieve together. Thanks, dude, for everything.
John loves his family, his company, and racing. If he wants something, he's going to make it happen. If someone he loves wants something and they can't get it for themselves, he's going to make it happen. He has empathy for everything in his life. People, animals, broken cars. You are the most generous, kind, loving man I have ever met in my life. You're an incredible boss, friend, uncle, father, grandfather, son-in-law, and of course, husband. I am so glad you are my person.
His commitment and leadership to our company has provided many jobs for many families over many years. We can't be the company we are without the people in the plants making it happen every single day. God put you in my life to help me be the person I am, and I love you like a big brother.
Growing up, there were a lot of conversations that would either start or end with something related to Forest City. I thought I knew all of Fran's jokes before I walked in the door. Turns out I didn't. And as a kid,
Bruce frightened me. And I've heard a few Gary George.
Papa, thanks for starting the story. I'm so happy to be a part of it now, and I'm excited about what comes next.
50 years. 50 years of work. 50 years of laughter and friendship. 50 years of success and failure, joy and sorrow, uncertainty and celebration, especially today. 50 years of stories. Your story.
You people. That was incredible. It was spectacular. Beyond anything I could have imagined. The other day I read what Warren Buffett had to say about the ultimate gauge of success in life. The sole measure of success should be the number of people that genuinely love you. And I couldn't agree with that. I don't care for the other R word, retirement. But I love our company and you, the people that make it happen every day. You and the several hundred others out in the shops doing what they do. So I plan to be around to support, encourage, and help in any way I can. Believe it or not, there's still things I can't do. I use this saying in racing a lot. If it weren't for heartbreak and disappointment, this wouldn't be any fun at all. That might apply to other aspects of life at work now, wouldn't it? Special thanks to my son. I couldn't do this without him. I wouldn't want to do it without him. So he's a very special human being, and I ask all of you to extend to him the same love, gratitude, appreciation for what he does for this company. It's amazing. Relationships matter. This experience we all share, living our lives, in my view, should be the opportunity to bring us all closer together as family, friends, and co-workers. Words to live by. Thanks for everything. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the love. It's just what I've always hoped for in my life. So, thank you all.
you.